There is a saying that goes something like this: it's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. I'm Handyman T, and welcome to a love story. She can make grown men start giggling like schoolgirls. She can take you anywhere in the blink of an eye. She will make you feel more powerful than the dictator of an African country.
So how was your flight? Comfortable, I trust?
Your only job was to look after Akeem. How could you let him come to such a pass?
Akeem will not listen to me. He's gone quite mad, Your Majesty.
And her name?
Land Rover Range Rover Sport 5-liter supercharged dynamic.
Yeah, I know. Not the best name in the business. But hey, there are plenty of beautiful girls out there with some weird ass names too. I'm just saying. So instead, take a look at these beautiful features. Let me tell you a little something about myself. One of my biggest passions in life is cars. Cars with identity, cars with character, of course. So it's not by any chance that I'm sitting and rolling in this one. This is a huge car, and it's heavy and has almost no aerodynamic features on it at all. It's quite huge and square, but don't let that fool you. This thing can move really quickly, and it's amazing. This is the kind of car that you would want if you need to compromise. As a car enthusiast, you want something interesting with performance, and still be practical now that you also might have a family to transport around. That's mainly why I am riding this wagon. You have plenty of room in here. You can sit very comfortably. Leather interior, digital stuff that all the modern cars has, and usually when you have a family with kids and stuff, you need something really spacious to be practical, so you can travel with the luggage and stuff. That's usually when people get themselves a station wagon or something like that, or a minivan. But if you're a car enthusiast like I am, that won't cut it. But I wanted something interesting still, and at the same time be able to transport my family and the kids and stuff all over. So then you will get a compromise. You have to compromise somewhere. And this one here is one of the best compromises you can get, actually. Now, one of the best features with this car is the engine. So let's talk about it for a little bit. It's about a 5-liter V8 pushing 510 horsepower. Okay, 510. That's no short of insanity. Nothing short of insanity. And on top of that, we also have 625 Newton meters. 625 Newton meters, or 461 pound-feet of torque if you live on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. The engine is from Jaguar. It sounds amazing. As soon as you push down the pedal, you hear it screaming, and the car literally takes off. This shit gonna get me in trouble. Really. The engine is very, very powerful. The car is fast for being such a big car or SUV. But that's the interesting part of it, because I mean, if you have a small car like Cooper or above 500s, such, those are small and light, and you expect those cars to be fast and quick. That's nothing impressive about that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing, but yet you expect that from those type of cars. But this one here is huge, as I said, heavy and all that. You wouldn't expect it to move like it does, but this thing hauls ass, if you allow me to say that. It really moves in a way, it's impressive, to say the least. That's what I say that's what I think about when I ride this car, because that's when you really realize the amazing things about the engineering, the power of engineering. I mean, you can get something like this big and heavy to move around like this thing does. I mean, this does 0 to 100, I think, in 5.2 seconds. That's not a joke. And still weighs like over 2 tons and being very high and square. So that's amazing achievement, speaking of engineering. So that's what I like most about these SUVs, or should I say performance SUVs. You get quality, you get performance, you get everything you can think of, actually. This car has, being a Land Rover, Range Rover, has the capabilities to go off-road. I mean, really off-road. This thing can go to deep water, it can climb, it can go through mud, you name it. It can even balance on 3 wheels like the old lowriders does, through obstacle course is the word I'm looking for. That's amazing, and it can do all that and still take you on track and beat most of these cars that you see on daily basis. So this is very versatile type of a car. You can get the best of both worlds, so to speak. So that's what I love about this. You get so many things in the same vehicle. You can take this on a nice dinner, well dressed, look good while you drive it. You can take this thing on a mud course, climbing, you name it, it will take you through it. And if you like doing track, you can also get this to a track and not be embarrassed at all. So I mean, what more can you ask for? There are few cars in the world that can do all that. I'll tell you that much. And being a big V8 like this one, 5 liter to be exact, with a lot of power, this is not something you get to save money on gas mileage. It's to be said. If you're looking for mileage, you should get something else. But if you're willing to have some fun while traveling in style, you should definitely consider a Range Rover Sport Supercharged, the 5-liter V8, of course. Or if money is not an issue, you can even go up all the way to the SVR, top of the line. That shit is even more ridiculous than this one. It's amazing. I've been driving for 10-15 minutes without flooring it. I think this is the first time. But sooner or later, you are going to do it. Parking this small house is not an easy thing to do. And of course the air suspension, we have to talk about that too. That's an amazing feature I just love about this car. So I'm in a dynamic mode right now. That's the most interesting program in this car. This is the mode that you get the sharper throttle response. Like that. The steering is sharper also. And the suspension is stiffened. This car also has torque vectoring by braking, which is a system that helps the cornering. It applies brakes on the inner wheels when turning to increase the stability or minimize the turning radius. This thing is fast. And heavy. You can feel that especially when you're braking. There are horses here. Better slow down so you don't scare any. Kick down is crazy. Woohoo! That's ridiculous. Really is. And expensive to do that too. Because this thing drinks. It's always sitting at the bar. Downshift is quick. Oh man, just like to kill all the fun, do you? GoPro, stop recording.